Hello everyone, welcome to DEVTalks.
Today, we're taking a look at Temtem.
Yay!
Because Bobby hasn't played it, I couldn't
No.
resist buying it anyway. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of a new thing.
yeah, it's
Somebody
just,
plays something, the other one doesn't, and we kind of analyze the good, the bad, and the worst.
yeah, and this time it's specifically impressions comparing to Pokemon, or how you're gonna call it.
Yes,
Because everyone keeps
because
comparing it to Pokemon, so we're gonna do it as well.
yeah, at this point it's kind of a genre, the monster capturing genre. Like we have Pokemon, Temtem, and Yokai Watch, which never
Not
became
Digimon.
a thing. Yeah, I guess that too, but that was an anime first, so it it doesn't count.
Yeah, sure. I've never played it
Ah,
anyway, so it's hard to compare. But
okay.
anyway, from the 3 to 4 hours I've played,
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like it because it's refreshing at least. I'm not sure how long it's gonna keep up being fun in that way,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's actually difficult because I don't know anything about the typings.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing that was usually making the games easier in Pokemon, so that's understandable.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
from that, how many points did you take out that we can discuss today?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess.
All right. Counting. Nice.
Yes.
Uh, so what will the first example of what's worse or bad be?
Better,
Okay.
actually. That's more important to me. It looks great.
It it does look great from what I've seen.
Yeah,
I
it's like this uniquer art style, which I
mm,
think works very good with creatures like that. Like
yeah,
Pokemon is trying to be kind of more realistic, but still cartoony-ish.
I don't think they know they're trying to combine something and it's not really working out for them. Which this feels Temtem feels a lot more like Let's Go, which
Exactly.
it, yeah, which I know you prefer. I can't say the same about the whole game, but the one thing I know I prefer over the mainline games is the art style. The art style in Let's Go is leagues better. Everything just looks a lot more uniform, and
Exactly.
it works together. It's
Hmm.
just a better looking game. And that's a fact. And the fact that Temtem actually seems to go in that line where it's kind of like very vectorish models, as in like it has just pure gradients, but not just in its uh, not just in its creatures, but also in the whole world that it's encompassing. So
Yeah, and it
that's
all just fits together, which is very
yeah,
good.
yeah. You don't get that. I haven't seen anything like. Again, I haven't played it. I've only seen the videos and so on and so
Hmm.
forth. And it, there's no not really that many things that stick out from it.
What also kind of important thing is how the creatures are designed.
Okay, yeah, that is usually an important aspect. Yep.
And yeah, there are a few so far that are very Pokemon-ish. Like this one thing looks like an Audino or Audino, whatever. Or you
Hmm.
have a literal Metapod, which is kind of dumb.
Okay, yeah. I so from the one that you showed me, that's the Adino. I just look at it and think, wow, that is incredibly generic.
Yes.
Just something that I would see on a mobile game. Like that's the one thing I think Pokemon really does well. Is some of their designs may be like labeled crap, but it's unique crap, if I can say very unoptimistically. But uh, yeah, it's just you can maybe put a picture on the screen of what it looks like, and as you can see, it's just not that impressive, really. It's kind of basic, but again, we've had good and bad examples of that. It's something that evolves over time, I must say.
Yeah, and it's Also, some are very unique-ish. They have like this twist. Like it's new and that's cool. Like there's this kind of the evolution of the fake Metapod. That one I actually really like because it's just this ball with 6 wings, I think. I don't know, it's just very flappy and it's cool. And it also helps that everything is very well animated. Like Pokemon still kind of looks somewhat static sometimes, but here everything moves great. It's kind of weird to describe, but it just works.
I get it. Yeah, I can see how that worked very much. One of the things that I think Pokemon really needed to figure out is which Pokemon needed to be cut and such. And from what I'm seeing, some of these I'm gonna accidentally call them Pokemon, but some of these creatures, Temtems, do look like they're cutting floor material, as in they could have been switched with something else or not included. They look like beta Pokemon, which I think at this point is just kind of something that really isn't unavoidable.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of time until they find their own identity, pretty much.
Yeah, you wonder if they'll keep updating the game maybe with more areas, more Temtem, almost said Pokemon again. So that's gonna be something to keep an eye on. I hope so, of course. But...
And if it will be free, Nintendo and Game Freak, yes.
Oof. Yeah, well, we'll see about that one. It's an online game still, so...
It was an MMO, right? Or
yeah, I wouldn't say massively multiplayer online, but it is. You see other people running around with their own Temtem behind them, which is also a thing this one does right. The Pokemon follow you, or creatures follow you.
Did we have a camera control in this?
No. No, it's pretty much all static from what I've seen. I've only run through a few caves, a few areas, and now I'm exactly at the first gym, or dojo, how they call it.
Oh.
Yes. And it actually took me a while to get there, so that's nice. Hope the whole game is this long. And what also actually is nice of this game, the battling.
Oh, okay. Good transition there.
Okay, well, the battling is you have always 2v2. Probably saw it in the trailer.
Okay, so no 1v1s?
No. Well, unless both parties have like one Pokemon, or Temtem.
Fair enough.
And there's also this thing with stamina. I'm not sure if it completely replaces the PP. I think so, actually.
Okay.
But it's basically... yeah, the stronger moves take more stamina, and when your stamina bar depletes, it starts taking your health away, but then you also exhaust your Temtem, so you need to wait a turn.
Okay, and does the stamina recover?
Yeah, every turn you get a little bit back.
Okay, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yes, it works pretty well, but at the same time, like I was finding the kind of boss of the evil team, and all my Temtem were pretty much dying, but I could just keep spamming revives and balms, which is potion.
Okay.
And eventually it just killed themselves because no stamina left.
Oh, okay. So it's also the same for the opponents. Okay, so that's good.
But I'm not sure if that's a good balance, like just being able to kind of stall the opponent.
Well, if we're comparing to Pokemon, that has been a problem that has plagued in those games as well. So, yeah, I don't know how they could have done it unless they buffed the other players' Pokemon or just removed the stamina outright. So, unless they actually changed something about them, there's no really other way to do it. Or just get them massively out leveled.
yeah, and anyway, it's fun to win, so that's cool. And yeah, you also, because you always have 2 Pokemon in your field, basically, it's they added for some moves, like if you have another ally that is a nature type, for example, this move gets boosted.
Okay.
So you kind of want to look at your moves and your abilities and kind of match them up so you get stronger battles.
Okay,
It's
so you
also
get
kind
like
of interesting piece.
so you get kind of like matching type bonuses, attacks, and such.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's way different than what Pokemon usually does, and it makes sense. So let's say if you have like a water type. Do we have water types? I'm guessing we do.
Probably. Otherwise it would be called Aqua, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Aqua and let's say electric or shock. So if you do maybe water and then you follow up with electric, it's going to do more damage, I assume, or something like that.
Not sure about that combination, but that's the general idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm not that far into it, so I don't think I even have a water Temtem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that working really interesting and having room to expand upon it. So that's a really good card for them to have.
It's also nice that like they added this one twist compared to Pokemon, but they didn't just stop there. They actually thought about it, like how can we make this more unique, and they did. And that's pretty cool. And other things is they went back to wild encounters instead of the walking Pokemon in the world.
Are we taking that as positive or negative?
I'm conflicted because it feels natural, but at the same time I think the world would have looked a lot more alive as well.
Yeah. I guess, how did you feel the first time when you went into it and like got that nostalgic feeling of having to not see what you're encountering? Was the surprise good, bad?
Well, I think it helps that I don't know what the Temtem are, so I'm kind of like, ooh, what could this be?
Okay, yeah.
But probably it would get annoying. Like in the caves it started getting annoying, but I could one-shot the things I encountered, so it was kind of fine.
Okay, so the Zubat case.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's not as frequent as sometimes in the old games, as I can remember. Like, you used to just encounter almost every step, but here you can just run for a long while and then encounter another one.
Okay. I guess I can say that while I think doing the healing counter is good in the way that because it's a lot of new creatures. I have no idea how many are in this ones.
I think it's about 150 is what I heard from another review. I'm not sure.
Oh man, it's so close to another number of creatures I am not going to mention.
What?
Okay, yeah, the parallels are starting to get more and more, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing. But again, wild encounters, I think it is fine because of one reason mainly, and it's multiplayer. So you always have other people walking around. They have their own Temtems outside.
A good one, yeah.
Yes, and if you actually had wild ones as well roaming around, it would get busy.
Yeah, but even though you have the multiplayer part, I'm not sure what it actually adds for me.
Okay.
Because you're not playing the game, so I'm just playing it as a single player experience, seeing other people run around.
So you're probably gonna get to fight other people at some point, or something like that.
But still.
So that's gonna be down the road for you, and you'll tell me how that is.
Sure. Okay, well, do you have any other questions about Temtem?
Okay, so here's my main problem with this whole thing. I like some of the creatures I've seen. I like the way it looks. The way it plays seems interesting. It seems like kind of going a callback to the old games, but it's still trying to do its own thing. But I don't think they're going far enough. it's really, I see it as a Pokemon clone, which that kind of hurts me honestly. Like it hurts me right in the heart because hearing this game and it's like it's trying to be its own thing, and then people calling it the Pokemon clone or the next Pokemon. I feel they shouldn't go for that. They should try and be its own thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. And indeed, it's more like a refreshing Pokemon take instead of a new game.
I guess it could be kind of seen like a strategy as they're trying to pretty much try and get like more attention to it by getting called a Pokemon clone-ish thing.
Yeah.
And then maybe in the next title they go all out and just add a lot of new stuff and mechanics, and everybody gets more attention to it that way. Like it could be a way, it could be something they do, but at this point it's a work in progress. I think there should at some point somebody should just come out and make something that is like off the walls monster capturing thing, but it's like it's completely different to Pokemon, because this really is just way too similar to Pokemon. It's something that for people that can't play Pokemon, let's be honest.
Yeah, so just PC players.
Yes. So there's a lot of potential in the monster capture style that these games are made, and it's just not being utilized, which it's...
Yeah, I totally get what you mean, and let's hope this starts a trend of more capturing games.
Yeah,
or collection games. I don't know.
Really. Yeah, let's call it monster capture for now.
Sure.
We'll see what the internet comes up with.
Yeah. Cool. So that was my impressions mostly of Temtem.
And my thoughts on Temtem.
Exactly. So see you next time.
Bye.